Ryan desperately wants to get out of his apartment and buy a home. He says in this email, the interest rates are what's really stopping him. And he's wondering if interest rates are in the 6 to 7% range and he buys a house and interest rates go down to 5. And I know, Randy, you're going to say you're already below that with 4. I got that. But he wants to know what would the cost. And I think a lot of potential sellers want to know this. What would the cost if they lock into a loan now in the sixes, and it goes down? What's the cost to refinance a loan on average?
Well, yeah, that's a great question. So, in a lot of situations, it's zero. In a lot of situations, it can be as much as 3% of the loan amount. And that the difference in those two is, Bob, is that your interest rate will be a little lower if if you help with 3%. So let's say you help 3% of the loan amount, then your interest rate will be lower. But usually on a refinance, you can come with that with no money out of your pocket. So there's just a couple ways to look at doing that. So it will go towards the principal balance of your mortgage if you add that 3% in most situations where you don't have to bring any money to the closing table at all.
So are you rolling in? Are you rolling in the refinance
That's right.
costs? Yep. Okay.
That's right. And it takes the principal balance of your mortgage up. So let's say on 3%, you have a $200,000 loan currently, is what you owe on the house. And then you roll into 3% to get a better interest rate than you would be at 206,000 when you refinance. But if if those numbers make sense because the interest rate is lower and it makes sense payment wise and all that, then there's a lot of times that we do go with the lower interest rate. And there's a lot of times we go with the zero money and not having your principal balance go up. And we go in that scenario. So it really depends on your scenario, how long you're going to be there.
Yeah.
There's a whole lot of things that go into play in that.
But typically your monthly payment will go down if you're doing the refi and the rates drop to a good number.
Yeah, that's another great question. If they don't go down, then there's really very few situations that make sense for you to refinance.
Right.